What is good, guys and girls of YouTube? My name is Justin Omoi, and I'm here with a video for you guys and girls on what should I do first? Compress, EQ, DS? What should the order be when it comes to mixing your vocals, or perhaps other sounds as well? Before anything, I want to explain what the EQ is basically for, the compressor, and the DS as well. When you are doing EQ, which is this over here, the little bands, this is basically going to adjust the tone of your sound, tonal, change. When you are using a compressor, this is going to change the dynamics. This is going to, change the air of the field. This will raise up or reduce the level, the decibel level of high peaks, depending on your threshold, and it will help balance out the sound to raise up afterwards. This will change the dynamics. And lastly, the de-esser down here, this is going to be for just reducing the sibilance, which is around the highs of the voice, or mids. It's just detecting and reducing the sibilance. What if we were to change the dynamics first and then adjust the tone? Well, right now, how you hear me is exactly how that is going. Right now, I'm compressing the voice first, then I'm subtracting tones out, and then I'm adding tones in. Is it possible that we could subtract the tones first, then compress, then EQ? Of course. All we have to do is just scroll that up. Now we have the subtractor first, the compressor afterwards, and then another EQ to boost the signal, after the compressor. Okay. Now, what is going on here is we are subtracting the tones that we don't like from the EQ, right? From the signal, and we are then compressing it. By doing that, we are going to alter the way this signal form is sounding or is shown. That could help, that could not help sometimes. In this case, we're taking out sounds we don't like, and then we're raising it up, and then we're boosting it. That is okay. Instead of boosting the overall signal and then subtracting the things we don't like, because maybe the signal got a little bit more because of the compression, and we would have to possibly reduce it a bit more, like, do like this. It's a possibility that is occurring. If you EQ it first, you could take out the sounds you don't like. How about using the EQ first for boosting and then compressing in the end? So this is definitely going to adjust the signal for compression. The compression is being last. This is raising up the highs. What if I were to just take this 4 right here, the mid, the low, mid, and I were to do something like this? This purple right here is the original signal, and of course it is destroying the crap out of it. What if I were to just show you this? So yeah, the purple is the original. This is how it sounds after the EQ is applied. This could mess up your signal, how you want it to sound. It could screw up the compression in that sense, which means I could do it like I could put it all the way up here and the compression would work. This sounds a bit, muddish. To be honest, it is muddish because the mid. So yeah, I wouldn't overdo that. Just know that when you are affecting the tone, the EQ, it will, be in the dynamics, and the dynamics will change. It will raise. So, of course, subtlety is key, because if you do raise it up in the end, you're amplifying. So you're basically, doing something like this. When you're doing makeup gain, you're doing something like that. So when would you want to use an EQ first? I would use an EQ first if I want to take out bass signals that doesn't affect the voice. So what if I'm here and let's see, depend on this. What if I'm tapping on the floor and you catch bass signals? Like right now, I'm tapping on the mic stand. You see the bass? That is going to get into the signal of the voice. This bumping right here, notice I'm not speaking, but this right here is all bass signal. It's just from thumping the microphone stand. Let me do that again. Look at that. That's a lot of signal. So if you were to EQ that out, so I'm going to EQ out to around 90, and I'm going to do the thumping again. So there you go. I thumped it. I was thumping on it just like I was before. All this right here, nada, nothing. That is the good thing about EQing first. It'll take out unwanted sounds just like this over here. but moreover, it'll take out bass sounds. So this is unique, or not unique. This is essential if you have a sound that you don't like. Like, let's say if you're recording a guitar, the mic is up in the guitar hole and you're recording excessive guitar resonance, or yeah, resonance. Is that the right word to say? Just basically the bass, the air, the that sound in the guitar hole, and you don't want that. You just want the tone. That is where EQing out the bass first will help the compressor take the right signal, right? The right signal being, like this right here, and not the thumping, and then apply its dynamics to it. And then, of course, if you want, you could EQ it afterwards. So if the tone is not the one you wanted in the first place, hence being like the bass in the guitar or the stepping, that is when I would recommend using the EQ first to cut off the tones or reduce the tones like this here, and then compress the tones that you do like, the signal that you want afterwards. And then you could optionally, use another EQ to boost the ones that you do like after. What about, hey, let me do two EQs and then a compressor? I mean, that's okay too if you want, but just know that subtlety is key for that. So if I were to show you this, I'll resume this. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. And I do some makeup gain here, 3.1. Yo, yo. Let me see. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, what's good? Yo. All right. What if I were to take the compressor, I put up makeup gain, and I put the EQ here. Yo. So you see when I do this, I'm doing the hissing because it affects the higher range where I boosted. So if you see that, it gives a bit more. What if I didn't have the De-Esser on? So I'm not sure if you understand that fully. Of course, you gotta have good headphones to hear it. But when you are doing the EQ before, definitely you're raising up more tone frequencies, and then you are compressing, which is going to alter that dynamic drastically. If you reduce the hiss to something low like this, the compression will do its work, and it will be, better than how you had it just now. So there. By EQing afterwards, we're gonna take the dynamic and then, tone it out afterwards, rather than toning it and then raising the dynamic, which could be a confusion. It could confuse you sometimes when it, just afterward. Hip hop, rip roppity Rick Ross. Yeah, I'm the boss. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. It feels a bit more fat here. Hip hop, than here. Here it feels more airy, or airy in that sense. Because we are compressing, we're getting the air first, and then we're EQing the air, rather than EQing the sound and then having way more air. Hip hop, rip rop. Notice here, hip hop, hip hop. This is more punch, because we have more air, feel. Yeah. How about the De-Esser? De-Essing, you could tell that it's always going to be a reducer. You could put it anywhere, wherever you feel like it, to be honest. I would do it definitely before any reverb, of course, because reverb is a special effect. By the way, these were off the whole time. And yeah. So if I were to put the De-Esser right here, before the compressors. So what's good in the bag? Swag. I don't know. So what's good in the bag? Swag. So what's good in the bag? Swag. All right, you could tell definitely here that after the boosting EQ, it sounds not as great. So what's in the bag? Swag. So what's in the bag? Swag. Over here, you definitely got better high frequencies, because we are de-essing. Yeah, and because the de-essing is doing a great amount of reducing, boosting it afterward will help, in clarity. So what's in the bag? Swag. Sorry for saying that. So what's in the bag? Swag, swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Swag, swag. So definitely, if you want to play around with that, see what sound you want to sound like in the ends, it will definitely help. All right, guys and girls, that is basically it. Just know that if you want to use the EQ first, it'll be for taking out unwanted sounds. If you want to boost it, subtly boost it before compressing. If you want to compress first, that will help bring out signal dynamics, and then you can EQ what you don't like as well as EQ what you do like. That will, it will bring up unnecessary sounds, so you might have to reduce harder on the EQ. If you were to boost the sounds first, that will bring up, some tones that you might not like. So in the end, think about it how you want to, have it sounding. If you like it any way that I've sounded during the, little whole chain method here, I'm just moving sounds around. Go back to that part, see if you like it, test it out on yourself, see if that's what you want to feel. And yeah, by the way, the De-Esser that I'm using it is from Waves. It's not free. Of course, it doesn't matter if you use a free plugin, if you use a plugin from FL Studio, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, don't ask me for it because I bought it. Alright guys and girls, hopefully this helps. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. I should have said that in the beginning. And yes, with that being said, peace. I'm out.